Attention passionate Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now, fans. You know the Seahawks have been riding a roller coaster this season, right? Coming into 2025, there's been a lot of buzz around how the team can improve their defense and really push their Super Bowl chances. Well, it looks like one of the biggest stories right now involves a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the Seahawks' defensive line and send ripples through the entire AFC and NFC. And it all revolves around Trey Hendrickson, the explosive pass rusher from the Cincinnati Bengals. This isn't just some rumor floating around. Insiders are buzzing about a serious trade possibility. Hendrickson, who's been a sack machine for Cincinnati, could be on his way to Seattle in exchange for 2 second-round picks. That's a bold move, but given the Seahawks' needs on the edge and Hendrickson's proven production, it's a move that could elevate their pass rush to a whole new level. And honestly, with the way Seattle's defense has been performing, especially in pressuring quarterbacks, bringing in a player like Hendrickson could be the catalyst they need to make a real playoff push. Let's take a step back and look at what Hendrickson brings to the table. The guy is a pure edge rusher, and he's been lighting it up in Cincinnati. Last season, he tallied 4 sacks, but it's not just about the numbers. His pressure rate, his ability to win against double teams, and his consistency make him a nightmare for offensive lines. Hendrickson's career totals already include 58 sacks and over 102 tackles for loss, which really speaks to his ability to disrupt plays. His PFF grades have hovered around the low to mid-80s, confirming that he's a reliable force on the field. And even though he's coming off a shoulder injury in Week 3 of this season, he's shown he's capable of bouncing back and maintaining his explosiveness. Now, the Bengals are in a tricky spot. They're currently 6-9 in 2025, and with Burrow's EPA pass at -0.16, they're clearly trying to shake things up. Cincinnati's dealing with cap issues, about $24 million allocated to their offensive line, and they've also suffered through 22 sacks allowed this season. They're flirting with the idea of moving Hendrickson, especially since they're looking to rebuild and acquire some draft capital. Cincinnati is capping their cap space and might see the value in trading Hendrickson for medium-round picks rather than losing him for nothing in free agency. From the Seahawks' perspective, this is a move that could pay immediate dividends. Adding Hendrickson would instantly boost their pass rush, which has been solid but could use that extra edge. He's projected to average around 10+ sacks per season, which is a significant upgrade from what they've been getting from their current rotation. Plus, his presence on the line would open up more opportunities for other players, like Uchenna Nwasu and Boy Mafe, to get after the quarterback. It's about creating chaos in the backfield, and Hendrickson's ability to pressure the QB. He's got a pressure rate of around 28 pressures this season, would be vital in helping Seattle put more points on the board and close out games. On the defensive front, Hendrickson's addition could help reduce the yards allowed per game on the ground from 125 to closer to 100. That's a game changer because it allows the Seahawks to control the clock better and keep opposing offenses off the field. His ability to generate QB hits, around 17% of his rushes, also means more discomfort for quarterbacks and more turnovers. It's about making plays that swing momentum, and Hendrickson has been a proven game changer when it matters most. Plus, his experience and leadership on the line could bolster Seattle's defense as they enter the critical stretch of the season. Now, let's talk about the strategic side of this potential blockbuster. The Seahawks have a lot of cap space, enough to make this kind of move without major sacrifices elsewhere. The trade deadline is coming up on November 4th, and it's a pivotal moment for teams looking to retool for a playoff run. Seattle, sitting at 8-7, is right in the thick of things, and a move like this could push them over the edge. Hendrickson's impact isn't just about sacks, it's about setting the tone for the entire defense. His presence could turn the Seahawks' D into one of the most disruptive units in the league, especially in the playoffs, where pressure and turnovers are everything. It's worth noting that the Seahawks have been steadily improving this season. Geno Smith has been solid, and the offense is clicking more often than not. But defense wins championships, and adding a player of Hendrickson's caliber could be the missing piece. Remember, he's a player who's been a double-digit sack guy in multiple seasons, and his ability to generate pressure on third down could be exactly what Seattle needs to close out tight games. This move would also serve as a message to the rest of the league. The Seahawks are serious about contending, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. Of course, there's always the risk. Cincinnati is cautious about losing him without getting enough in return, and Hendrickson's injury history could be a concern. But the potential reward outweighs the risk, especially considering how much this could elevate Seattle's defense and overall playoff chances. Plus, with the NFL trade market heating up, other teams are watching closely, and Seattle's willingness to make a splash could set the tone for the rest of the league. Looking ahead, if this trade goes through, it could have long-term implications as well. Hendrickson's contract, his fit within the Seahawks' defensive scheme, and how he acclimates to Seattle's system will be key factors. But early indicators suggest that he's a perfect fit for their aggressive, high-pressure defense. His ability to rush from multiple angles and his knack for forcing turnovers aligns well with Seattle's defensive philosophy. In the broader picture, this trade scenario ties into the Seahawks' ongoing quest to build a championship-caliber roster. They've already made some smart moves this season, and acquiring Hendrickson could be the cherry on top. It's about maximizing their window and making sure they're not just contenders, but real contenders who can make a deep playoff run. And with Geno Smith leading the offense and a defense that's hungry for more disruption, it's easy to see how adding Hendrickson could tip the scales. So, Seahawks fans, keep your eyes peeled. This trade talk is heating up, and if it happens, it could change everything for Seattle. It's about taking that next step, getting over the hump and making a serious push toward the Super Bowl. Hendrickson's addition could be the move that solidifies their reputation as a team that's not just participating but competing at the highest level. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we look at the bigger picture, this move also highlights the Seahawks' aggressive approach in a league that's more competitive than ever. The NFC West is still a tough division, with the 49ers and Rams fighting hard for supremacy, but Seattle's willingness to shake things up shows that they're not content with just being decent. They want to be the best. Bringing in Hendrickson could be a statement, a signal to their division rivals that the Seahawks are serious about reclaiming their dominance and making a real Super Bowl push. And let's not forget the fans. You guys have been amazing, supporting the team through thick and thin. This potential trade is exciting because it shows the Seahawks are willing to go all in, and that kind of boldness is what makes football so thrilling. Whether Hendrickson ends up in Seattle or not, the fact that this story is even circulating means the Seahawks are on the right track, building a team that's not afraid to make big moves. In conclusion, this is one of those moments that could define the rest of the Seahawks season. The opportunity to add a proven pass rusher like Trey Hendrickson for just a couple of mid-round picks is rare. It's about more than just sacks. It's about elevating the entire defense, creating chaos for opponents, and setting the stage for a deep playoff run. As the trade deadline approaches, all eyes will be on Seattle to see if they pull the trigger. And if they do, Seahawks fans, you can be sure that we'll be here breaking down every detail, celebrating every sack, and riding this team all the way to the postseason. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news. Let's keep the passion alive because together we're part of something special. Go Hawks!